The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Vice President Sara Duterte visited the wake of slain Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo on Wednesday. Duterte went to Degamo's hometown in Chaton, where his wake is being held after it was transferred from Dumaguete City. The VP condoled with the governor's widow, Pamplona Mayor Janice Degamo, their family, and the people of Negros Oriental. She earlier called for a probe into the political feud in the province, which she said could be the motive behind the murder.
Ang iyahang pagkamatay, maupod to'y matulak sa inyong probinsya o kabakuhan o kalinaw.
Meanwhile, Degamo's running mate, former Vice Governor Guido Reyes, has been formally sworn in as the new provincial governor. Reyes assured local government officials that there will be no reshuffling or changes on their appointments. Taking Reyes' post is board member Chaco Sagararia, a relative of the Teveses who are now being implicated in the murder.
Ayaw mo kakol, mga trabahante sa province. Wala ko'y ilisan ninyo. Gawa siya rin doa ng ilang posisyon.
Police have filed criminal complaints against Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves and several others. This is in connection with the firearms and explosives seized from the lawmakers' properties last week. Teves was not present during the raids. 6 of his staff were arrested.
Isasampa po ng CIDG yung kaso laban sa kanila dahil may mga na-recover po ng mga loose firearms and explosives doon po mismo sa bahay po nila.
The PNP called on Teves' camp to use proper venues if they have questions on the search operation. Congressman Teves is also facing murder charges over 3 killings in Negros Oriental in 2019.
On the part of the PNP po we stand with the statements po ng ating operating unit na they followed po yung protocol and procedures po doon po sa pag-implement po ng search warrant.
The lower house has approved on third and final reading the bill pushing for a constitutional convention to amend the 1987 Constitution. Congress yet again flexed the power of its supermajority with 301 lawmakers voting yes to the measure and only 7 negative votes. Now that the resolution of both houses and the accompanying bill have hurdled the House, the ball is in the Senate's court. But for Albay Congressman Edsel Lagman, who voted no to the measure, the House's approval of CONCON was premature, as the Senate has yet to act on the resolution. Senate President Mig Zubiri earlier said that it would be useless for senators to tackle charter change at this time, since there would be no vote for it in the upper chamber. Still, House Speaker Martin Romualdez maintained that there is a need to amend the Constitution's economic provisions to make the country more open to foreign investments. Lagman warned, though, that the House's proposed amendments may not only be limited to economic provisions.
The political provisions in the Constitution can be altered, including term limits. This could be the clandestine agenda which the people feared when they invariably opposed Chacha before and until now.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Puerto Galera begins preparations to keep the oil spill from Oriental Mindoro at bay should it reach the town's shores. Locals have begun making nets for improvised oil spill booms to mitigate its effects. This, as experts warn that a shift in wind direction could bring the spillage closer to Puerto Galera. Because of this, locals now fear for their businesses as the oil spill may drive tourists away.
It's more than epekto ng COVID. Kasi ang problema dito, masyadong mahaba yung ng long term talaga yung effect ng oil spill. Imagine mo yung white sand beaches mo. Yung diving kasi ang aming talagang industry. Yan yung aming talagang pinagkukunan ng hanap buhay sa tourism.
Meanwhile, luxury beach resort Amanpulo says it does not see the oil spill making a significant impact on its business. This as Amanpulo's management cites a 200-kilometer distance at the resort from the location of the incident. The resort is located in the Cuyo archipelago of northern Palawan. The beach resort, however, assures that it has already put precautionary measures in place to mitigate any potential effect. Senators discovered that the oil tanker that caused the oil spill in Oriental Mindoro and other areas had no permit to operate. Senators grilled Coast Guard and Marine Industry Authority for allowing MT Princess Empress to sail without an amended Certificate of Public Convenience or CPC. The ship's owner, RDC Ray Eld Marine Services, explained that they already applied for an amended CPC as early as November last year, but they haven't received it yet.
Dapat yung mga personnel nyo sa pier, bago maglayag yung barko, inaakyat, sumasampa, tinitingnan mga papeles, kung ano-ano pa mga requirement to make sure na pwede ito, authorize ito na maglayag. Di po ba? Kasi if you did that, wala sana oil spill.
Wala akong ma-imagine na inspection ng barko na hindi binoard ang barko.
After that hearing, the PCG released a document stating that the amended CPC for RDC Ray Eld Marine Services has already been approved. The Philippine Coast Guard says it is looking into the lapses in the inspection of the oil tanker spilled fuel in the waters of Oriental Mindoro. This as senators discovered that the PCG and the Maritime Industry Authority allowed the tanker to set sail in February without a permit. The owner company of MT Empress Princess Empress also explained that they had applied for an amended Certificate of Public Convenience in November. However, following the hearing, the PCG released documents which showed that the owner company's application for a CPC had been approved. The PCG explains that the company had presented the said documents on 2 occasions and had relied on the papers for their operations. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.